Handa ka na bang magpabakuna? Narito ang mga paalala at hakbang na gagawin sa proseso ng pagbabakuna. Bago ang pagbabakuna, kinakailangan mo nang dumaan sa pre-vaccination screening. Kinakailangan kumuha muna ng medical clearance sa doktor ang mga kabilang sa special population tulad ng mga sumusunod. May autoimmune disease, may cancer, may HIV, sumasailalim sa transplant operation, kasalukuyang umiinom ng steroids, mga pasyenteng may taning na ang buhay dahil sa karamdaman o nakaratay na lang sa kama o bahay. Kapag ikaw ay nabigyan na ng medical clearance mula sa iyong doktor, narito ang mga dapat gawin bago ang araw ng iyong pagbabakuna. 1. Humingi ng schedule at lugar kung saan ka magpapabakuna sa iyong pinakamalapit na barangay health center. 2. Huwag kalimutan dali ng iyong government ID, proof of comorbidity o medical clearance, pati na ang face mask, face shield at hand sanitizer. Sa araw ng pagbabakuna, narito ang mga steps na dapat sundin. Step 1. Waiting area. Siguraduhin kayo ay pumunta sa tamang oras at petsa ng inyong schedule sa pagbabakuna. Hindi papayagan ang mga walk-in sa vaccination sites. Maupo sa bakanting upuan alinsunod sa tamang pagkakasunod na bilang. Hintayin na tawagin kayo para sa susunod na hakbang. Habang nag-aantay, sumunod sa minimum public health standards. Isuot ang face mask at face shield, sundin ang proper physical distancing at ugalihing maghugas at isanitize ang kamay. Step 2. Registration. Sundin ang mga patakaran ng inyong LGU o vaccination site sa pag-register at ipakita ang inyong government ID. Bibigyan kayo ng kopya ng informed consent form, health screening form at mga pamphlet tungkol sa bakuna na pwede ninyong basahin. Hintayin na matapos ang proseso ng registration bago pumunta sa susunod na hakbang. Step 3. Screening. Kayo ay isa sa ilalim sa health screening at tatanungin tungkol sa inyong kalusugan tulad ng history of COVID-19 exposure, history of vaccination, mga gamot na iniinom, kung may allergies at iba pa. Ito ay para makasiguro kung angkop para sa inyo ang magpabakuna sa kasalukuyan. Step 4. Health education. Makinig sa ibabahaging importanteng impormasyon tungkol sa pagbabakuna para sa COVID-19. Kung mayroon pa kayong ibang katanungan, sumangguni sa ating mga vaccination staff. Siguraduhin na pirmahan ang consent form na pumapayag kayong magpabakuna bago pumunta sa susunod na hakbang. Step 5. Vaccine Administration. Ito ang panahon kung saan kayo ay babakunahan sa loob ng 1 o 2 minuto. Huwag kalimutan na kunin ang inyong vaccination card pagkatapos matanggap ang bakuna. Step 6. Observation. Alinsunod sa Department of Health, ang lahat na magpapabakuna ay kailangan manatili sa pasilidad ng 15 hanggang 30 minuto para obserbahan kung may hindi magandang nararamdaman. Ang ating medical staff ay nakatutok sa inyo para ma-monitor ang inyong kalusugan. Bibigyan kayo ng mga pangalan ng health facility o hotline kung saan pwedeng pumunta kung kinakailangan sumangguni dahil sa side effects ng bakuna. Pagkatapos ng pagbabakuna, huwag kalimutang gawin ang mga sumusunod. 1. Itanong ang mga nais mong malaman tungkol sa vaccine na binigay sa'yo. 2. Huwag kalimutan ang iyong vaccination card. 3. Alamin ang petsa ng second dose ng iyong pagbabakuna. 4. Kunin ang contact number o alamin kung sino ang dapat tawagan kung sakali mang ikaw ay nakadarama ng seryosong side effects. Narito rin ang ibang mga paalala na dapat tandaan. Siguraduhin bumalik sa schedule para sa pangalawang dose ng bakuna. Laging tatandaan na kahit nabakunahan ka na, ay huwag pa rin kalimutan sumunod sa minimum public health standards tulad ng pagsasanitize ng mga kamay, pagsusuot ng face mask at face shield, at pagdistansya sa iba ng 1 metro. Magmask, hugas, iwas, airflow. Ito ay para na rin sa ating proteksyon at sa proteksyon ng iba. Narito ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga eligible population na target mabakunahan. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, bisitahin ang mga sumusunod na pages. Facebook, Official DOH Gov. Twitter, @DOHGovPH. Website, doh.gov.ph. Tara na sa Bida Vaccination!
Uy, Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of this 3-day conference. I am certain that everyone is satisfied with the learnings they gained from this activity. To all our participants, education stakeholders, and to everyone watching us live, good afternoon.
Welcome to the 2021 NSPC Closing Program. Dubbed as the National Conference in Campus Journalism in the 21st Century, this year's NSPC is anchored on the theme Pahayagang Pangkampus, Kaagapay sa Paghilom at Pagbangon ng Sambayanan.
The pandemic is not an easy time for everyone, but we believe that journalists are healers and givers of hope. That is why one of the main objectives of this conference is to promote not only responsible journalism, but also the fair and ethical use of social media.
That is correct, Sir Dominic. Fear, disinformation, and misinformation could be as deadly as the virus itself. Thus, we have to remain faithful to the truth, and in the words of our guest speaker, Sir Howie Severino, may we continue to be enlightened.
And because of that, we invite everyone to share what they have learned from this year's NSPC by using our official hashtags, hashtag 2021 NSPC and hashtag 2021 NSPC goes online. Again, that's hashtag 2021 NSPC and hashtag 2021 NSPC goes online in their social media posts and comments. It's time to impart the knowledge you've gained in this conference as well as your passion for journalism.
As we know, campus journalism has tremendous power to create beautiful changes. So what are we waiting for? Let's apply everything we have learned from these experiences in our daily lives, in school, and in our community.
Together, let's celebrate learning and continue our quest for excellence.
And to begin our celebration, may we request everyone to stand for the Philippine National Anthem to be followed by a doxology.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Upang
A celebration will not be complete without music. To give us an intermission number, here is the seventh chord from DepEd Misamis Occidental, Region 10, Northern Mindanao. Let us give them a big round of applause.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could be much brighter than tomorrow.
And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you feel there's no hurt or sorrow.
There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Build the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving.
If we try, we shall see. In this place we cannot feel fear of dread. We stop existing and start living.
Then it feels always love's enough for us growing. So make a better world.
Make a better world.
Make a better place.
Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race.
There are if you care enough for the living,
Make a better place for you and for me.
and a dream where we're conceived in will bring a joyful praise. And the world we once believed in will shine again grace. Then why do we keep struggling? No desire to survive and soar. Though it's plain to see this world is heavenly, because Lord, we can fly so high that our spirits never die. In our hearts, I feel you are all my brothers. Create a world with no fear. Together we cry happy tears. See the nations turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if you cared enough for the living. Make a little space.
Make a little space.
Make
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race.
There are people dying. If you care enough for the living,
Make a better place for you and for me.
heal the world.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race.
There are
If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me.
Wow, that was such a captivating rendition of Heal the World, a very timely song we all could appreciate. Thank you very much, Seven Chord, and thank you, friends Nell L. Bellaria, for making this performance possible. Learning never stops here in NSPC. Even up to the last day, we are fortunate to have another notable speaker who will further enlighten and inspire us. To introduce our guest speaker for today, we have the Chief of Curriculum Standards Development Division of the Bureau of Curriculum Development. Let's give a big round of applause to Dr. Isabel A. Victorino.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here this afternoon as we cap the 3-day event full with fun-filled activities. In our opening ceremony, we were graced by the presence of our secretary who officially opened this year's NSPC. Today, I am honored to introduce to you one of the important figures in DepEd who will give a challenge to our student journalists in their pursuit of truth in this digital age where fake news is commonplace. Like all the other heads in DepEd, her vision revolves around everything that is important to our learners, to our teachers, to all stakeholders and program partners. Her primary role is to advise and assist the Secretary of Education in the formulation, implementation, and monitoring of DepEd's finance services. Her responsibilities also include the operationalization of the Education Program's Delivery Unit, which facilitates and coordinates the identification and resolution of bottlenecks and challenges of the DepEd's delivery system. Considering her crucial post, we can say that she is one tough woman. With the numerous positions she holds as the Vice Chairperson for the National Book Development Board, as DepEd's official representative to the National Commission for the Culture and the Arts, Girl Scouts of the Philippines, and is a board member of the Palarong Pambansa, among many others, clearly shows her grit and flexibility. As a public servant, it is no surprise that she is a recipient of GAWAD Dr. Pio Valenzuela Award for the field of government service in recognition of her invaluable contribution. Our beloved Undersecretary has a wide experience in public financial management, governance, and change management, having served as consultant for different organizations such as Australian Aid, USAID, Millennium Challenge Account of the Philippines, and the World Bank. Prior to becoming a consultant, she was a senior budget and management specialist at the DBM, where she served for 10 years. No doubt, she is honed for excellence. In addition, she also participated in the Executive Education Program for Public Financial Management at the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. She has taken up her master's degree in public administration at the University of the Philippines National College of Public Administration and Governance and is a graduate of St. Scholastica's College with a degree in financial management cum laude. Her credentials provide us not just a glimpse, but a clear picture of her achievements, and one might ask if there is anything else she hopes to achieve. She is the bearer of good news. She announces how much budget the department has, how much is allotted to what projects, and of course, how much bonus will be released and when. Any inside news is not final unless she declares it through one of the popular channels, her FB page. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the department's spokespersons, our Undersecretary for Finance, USEC Annalyn M. Sevilla.
A blessed day to all of us, and congratulations everyone for being part of the historical first ever Virtual National School Press Conference, or NSPC, of the Department of Education. We thank our dear DepEd Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, Undersecretary Diosdado San Antonio, Assistant Secretary Alma Rubitorio, and Bureau of Curriculum Development Director Joyce Andaya for continuing the efforts and commitment to shift to the better normal way of conducting the NSPC for 2021. We also congratulate all DepEd personnel and participants attending our online event. We give honor and recognition to all of our invited guests and judges. And certainly, we salute all our teachers who serve as coaches and mentors of our learner participants. And last but not the least, to our learner participants, we commend and applaud you for doing your best and demonstrating how resilience and grit can succeed over crises and challenges. The pandemic imposed a lot of changes that we had to immediately adjust to, and one of that is social or physical distancing. We must abide with the stay-at-home orders to protect ourselves and the community from a virus that is highly contagious and fatal. However, you, our dear learners, have been staying at home for almost 17 months now and missed out on the fun and experiences that you should be facing at this stage of your lives. Interactions became different. Now we do everything virtually. Meetings, classes, events like this NSPC, which has also become virtual, and instead of interacting with one another during an actual event and making small talk or creating new experiences, you are inside your rooms, listening and virtually catching up. Surely, the topics discussed are interesting and there are fun parts like the games or the icebreakers, but don't you just crave the energy from human interactions? The new normal also changed the way we obtain things. When shopping, we resort to go online now. When reading articles, we used to buy newspapers or magazines, but now we resort to online articles or news online. Perhaps you miss the act of going around malls to window shop or go to bookstores and smell the pages of books while flipping them. Holding an actual newspaper in your hand is also different from scrolling through your phones or laptop screens. With all of these changes, how do you cope to the new and better normal? How do you focus your attention on one thing? How do you connect to people despite the distance? Writing is an avenue to express your thoughts and yourself. Share your stories and other stories. Connect with people and challenge thoughts. DepEd offers a special program in journalism which can help in honing your craft as writers and journalists with the guidance of our ever-dependable and competent coaches and mentors. DepEd also conducts the National Schools Press Conference, or NSPC, yearly. Its programs and activities leaving a lasting impact to the development of aspiring journalists. Its objectives includes demonstrating understanding on the importance of journalism by expressing it through different journalistic endeavors and approaches like news writing contests, editorial, or radio script and broadcasting contests, to name a few. It also sustains advocacy on social consciousness and environmental awareness, provide a venue for an enriching learning experience for students interested in journalism as a career or those who intend to use skill sets learned through campus journalism to give them a better edge in their chosen careers and promote responsible journalism and fair and ethical use of social media. It also enhances journalistic competence through healthy and friendly competitions. There are new and better scenarios, platforms, issues or concerns to handle specifically during a global crisis. But as your last speaker or guest, I am tasked to deliver the challenges for aspiring journalists. I hope and pray that you never lose your new and better perspectives. Use your talent to communicate and deliver the good news. Have a positive attitude and spread the love for honesty, veracity, and integrity. Your success as journalists will greatly rely on your firm grip to values and faith in Him. Do not ever forget, the deepest why. Why are you writing? And why are you expressing yourself? Why do you want to be heard? And why do you want to be understood? And I am sure the biggest part of your answers or responses will be because I want a better place to live in. I want fair and just treatment for everyone, regardless of gender, class, nationality, and all that. So remain true and faithful to your deepest why, no matter what. They also say that journalism is a field full of risks, a field only for the brave and the bold. And as you enter this field, I pray that you stay strong, courageous, and also firm in your deepest whys. I have three challenges to give all of you, and I hope you will keep these three challenges in your mind and in your heart as you progress and reach your dream of becoming a successful writer, reporter, broadcaster, or journalist. For easy reference and recollection, let's call these three challenges as SPC. First is the S, or the self-identity. Be aware, be mindful, and be responsible of your own dignity and esteem. You are here in NSPC mainly because you have the talent, the gift, and a mission. Take good care of yourself and be focused on determining and achieving your deepest whys, who we really are as a person, as a journalist, and as a responsible and compassionate human being. Do not let other people's opinion affect how you think about yourself. P. P is for perspicacity. With the rise of fake news, how do you equip yourself with the know-how on scrutinizing the fake from the real? How do you help in the campaign against fake news? How does one become an intelligent recipient of news? So ask yourself, are you a perspicacious person? C. Credibility. With the decline in readership caused by misleading news, how do you regain public trust? And with the widespread use of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, among many others, how do you ignite responsible use of social media? A writer, a reporter, and a responsible person, I believe, is someone who pays attention to the world. So how do you build up your own SPC, your self-identity, perspicacity, and credibility? Start while you are young, start with the right state of mind or perspective, have faith in God, and enjoy life. And I would like to end my message with a quote from Nicomedes Marquez Joaquin, or Nick Joaquin, our very own Filipino writer, a historian, a journalist, best known for his short stories and novels in the English language. He also wrote using the pen name Quijano de Manila. Mr. Joaquin was also conferred the rank and title of National Artist of the Philippines for Literature. He has been considered one of the most important Filipino writers in English, along with Jose Rizal and Claro M. Recto. And Mr. Joaquin's quote reads as follows: "The point is not how we use a tool, but how the tool uses us." The latest technology and choice of words we use in communicating or expressing ourselves and reporting it for others are our tools. Technology and social media platforms are just tools, but we, as people, should use these tools to improve our lives. And finally, as Nick Joaquin also stated, journalism has grown up. Its fights are more serious now than it is seriously a faith, a freedom, a force. And it is therefore attracting the serious intellectuals. So to all our dear mentors, coaches, and future journalists and national artists for literature and journalism, may faith, freedom, and force be with all of you. Congratulations on the successful conduct of the NSPC 2021 Pahayagang Pangkampus, Kaagapay sa Paghilom at Pagbangon ng Sambayanan. God bless us, God bless the Department of Education, God bless the Philippines.
Thank you very much, Yusek Annalyn Sevilla. Wow, that was great. The point is not how we use a tool, but how the tool uses us. Did it make us a better person? Or otherwise? True enough, being a journalist is an identity that is being tested and strained by the moment which we live. That is why it is important to always go back to our deepest whys. Whether it is to enlighten, inspire, or make a difference in the community and other people's lives. At this point, it is my honor to present this plaque of recognition to our guest speaker. Allow me to read the citation. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, DepEd Complex, Meralco Avenue, Pasig City, awards this plaque of recognition to Yusek Annalyn M. Sevilla in grateful acknowledgement of her distinguished and invaluable service rendered as guest speaker during the closing program of the 2021 National Schools Press Conference via Microsoft Teams on the 13th of August 2021, thereby contributing immeasurably to the prestige and success of the occasion. Given this 13th day of August 2021 in Pasig City, Philippines. Signed, Leonor Magdolos Briones, Secretary. Congratulations, Yusek Annalyn.
Once again, thank you very much, Yusek Annalyn M. Sevilla. Indeed, we can embrace the new and better normal by writing stories that matter and sharing the truth to our audience. Regardless of the tools we use, may we remain true to our core values as journalists in terms of our self-identity, perspicacity, and credibility. And now, to accept the challenge from Agusan del Sur Pilot Laboratory School and the President of Elementary Editors Guild of the Philippines, let's give it up for Marshall Aliana T. Lorzano.
I am delighted to give a short video as a president of the Elementary Editors Guild in the country. While it is very much true that our health is of paramount importance, especially during this difficult situation, every opportunity is open and what matters is how we use them. The great philosopher Sophocles said it best, opportunity is the best captain of all endeavor, and that small opportunities are often the beginnings of great enterprises. Our battle against COVID-19 is far from over, but despite the setbacks, there are ways to make the most of the current circumstances by going online and continue promoting responsible journalism through virtual conduct. We, as young campus journalists, our commitment to accuracy and demonstration of high degree of originality and creativity should remain strong. Remember, we write to be understood, not to impress. Stay safe and keep healthy. And I wish everyone success in ENSPC.
And the challenge has been accepted with faith, freedom, and force. Thank you for responding to the challenge, Marshall Aliana Lorzano. Certainly, as journalists, we shall remain loyal to the facts and preserve our commitment in keeping democracy from breathing its last. This time, to honor this joyous occasion, let's welcome back on screen the 7th chord from DepEd Misamis Occidental Region 10, Northern Mindanao for another intermission number. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Kung ito man ang huling awiting aawitin, nais kong malaman mong ika'y bahagi na ng buhay ko. At kung may huling sasabihin,
What a dazzling performance from the teachers, school heads, and non-teaching personnel of Misamis Occidental Division. Once again, we acknowledge Seven Chord and Friends Nel El Doloria under the leadership and support of SGOD Chief Felcor Blanco, SDS Edwin Marie Bohoc CESO 5, and Regional Director Arturo Bayoko at CESO 3. Indeed, the 2021 NSPC is different as we have to attend it behind our screens. There were no competitions, but there were rooms for capacity building, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, and citizenship. With that, let us all witness the highlights of this year's NSPC. Let us all watch this video.
I'd like to congratulate the Bureau of Curriculum Development under the strand of Undersecretary Dads San Antonio for organizing this annual event, which our learners look forward to, our schools, our coaches, our teachers, and of course, the parents and grandparents of our contestants with so much excitement, because it's a test of not only of skills, but it is also part of the growing up process when one goes to high school and finally makes it to university or higher education. I hereby declare right now the formal opening of NSPC 2021. Mabuhay tayong lahat.
Wow, that video montage was amazing. Parang nung isang araw lang siya. Diba? True enough, because of our remarkable and engaging speakers, a wealth of insights and information filled up our conference. We hope that these thought-provoking sessions have left you inspired. Congratulations to our speakers and participants. At this juncture, let us continue to be inspired as we listen to the closing remarks of Director 4 of the Bureau of Curriculum Development. Let's give a big hand to Director Jocelyn Dr. Andaya.
Hello, good afternoon. And so this NSPC ends. Just like that. Just when the student journalists are getting the hang of participating in the very first virtual NSPC, looking for a very good internet connectivity, so you wouldn't miss the nuggets of wisdom imparted by the speakers, navigating the difficult task of staying in the call, because some of you got dropped in the middle of the discussion, and of course, making sure the Zoom link is correct, were just some of the things you grappled with during this 3-day conference. To all our campus journalists, school paper advisors, supervisors, and coordinators in charge of journalism in different regions and schools division offices, to our inspirational speaker today, Yusek Ann Sevilla, colleagues from the central office, everyone watching us live, a pleasant afternoon. I acknowledge that nothing compares to face-to-face interaction in NSPC. But I hope you were able to maximize opportunities in spite of the limit situations we all experience in this pandemic. This 3-day activity may seem not enough to cover all there is you want to know in the field of journalism. It may seem that way, but I am sure that many of you have gained many insights and fresh perspectives, not simply for you to be able to better your craft, but more significantly, to be passionate about the crucial role you play in the healing of this nation. The promotion of journalism aims to help our learners develop and apply critical thinking and proper judgment, especially at this time that we seem to be drowning in a sea of information where, paradoxically, authentic or intellectual discussions are easily dismissed, especially online. As imparted by Howie Severino, I hope that we all be enlightened, learners and adults alike. This is in fact in support of DepEd Sulong Edukalidad that is responsive to a world drastically changing. This year's theme, which is Pahayagang Pangkampus, Kaagapay sa Paghilom at Pagbangon ng Sambayanan, has been truly exhibited in the 2021 NSPC. We placed on hold the usual competitions that determine the best among the 17 regions. We have set aside a healthy rivalry in journalism and fostered solidarity as we push for the nation's healing, given the situation brought about by this pandemic. The true competition that we need to win this time is the battle against disinformation and misinformation. Instead of the fame and glory of winning in the NSPC, we need to put the spotlight on the impact of campus journalism in creating significant changes in the society as we heal and rise above the many crises and challenges confronting us. On behalf of the Department of Education through the Bureau of Curriculum Development, I'd like to express our deepest gratitude to the people who have made the first ever virtual National Schools press conference remarkably successful. From Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, Yusek Ann Sevilla, Yusek Diosdado San Antonio, ASEC Alma Rubi Torrio, the National Technical Working Group headed by the Curriculum Standards Development Division Chief, Dr. Isabel Victorino, the NSPC focal person, Mark Bercando and the BCD team, Director Abraham Abanil and his ICTS team, Director June Gudoy and his PAS team, and of course, Manuelito Santos. I also acknowledge the invaluable help of our Masters of Ceremonies and our sign language interpreters. Our highest appreciation to all our invited guests and resource persons for generously sharing their precious time and invaluable experience and expertise with our campus journalists. The moment you said yes to capacitate our young writers with the necessary and emerging journalistic skills, we were beyond grateful. And of course, allow me to take this opportunity to thank all the education leaders from the regions, divisions, and schools. Thank you for showing us your support and for being patient as we conduct this kind of conference for our campus journalists, different from what we all used to. Despite the many challenges posed by the new normal, we were able to push through. To our campus journalists, may you continue to use the power of the pen and your talent to help your country. I can only hope that the next year's NSPC will already be in person or face-to-face. I would love to see your eager, excited faces as you await your contests because, like what Yusek Sevilla said, we crave the energy of human interactions. And as you try to discover your deepest whys, please stay safe. Nurture your talents and gifts and offer them for the good of our country. Once again, good afternoon, and together, let us all be partners in healing the nation through campus journalism. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang pamamahayag Pangkampus. Maraming salamat at magandang hapon muli sa ating lahat.
Thank you very much, Director Jocelyn Dr. Andaya, for your inspiring words. True enough, instead of the fame and glory of winning, this year's NSPC recognizes the impact of campus journalism in creating significant changes in the society as we heal and rise above the crisis and challenges confronting us. At this point, allow us to take this opportunity to acknowledge our partners to this event and to everyone who had helped us in turning this endeavor into a success. First, our sincerest gratitude to the Department of Education Secretary, Leonor Magtolis Briones. Much gratitude to the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction, Yusek Justado M. San Antonio. The Undersecretary for Finance, Yusek Annalyn M. Sevilla, and the Assistant Secretary for Curriculum and Instruction, ASEC Alma Ruby C. Torrio. A big thank you to all the regional directors and all regional education program supervisors in charge of campus journalism.
Without your contributions, this event would not have been a success. Our sincerest thanks to the Public Affairs Service, particularly the Publications Division, Creative Media Unit, and Communications Division. Our appreciation to the hard-working people of the Information and Communications Technology Service User Support Division, and of course, the Bureau of Learning Delivery. And to all our invited guests and resource speakers, thank you very much. We also like to thank the National Secondary Editors Guild and the National Elementary Editors Guild. Finally, the credit goes to FYT, on Independent Media Organization. Words fall short to express our immense gratitude to everyone who had supported and participated in this year's NSPC. Once again, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a productive, meaningful, and fruitful conference. As we conclude our event, may you continue to carry in your hearts, in your minds, and in your works what you have been taught. And that is the fidelity to the truth, the fidelity to the country.
Thank you very much for your active participation and commitment in keeping the spirit of journalism alive. Continue to use your voice and words to inform and engage.
To all our campus journalists, keep the fire burning, your pen writing and your voice speaking.
For better, we will fight for the truth and heal as a nation.
This has been Rubros Baldovino
and Dominic Almirez, your host. Good afternoon. Stay safe.
Thank you.